You know how you mentioned how like you'll run into people and you'll actually have like a little bit of a connection with them. Do you think that like, you know how you share stuff openly more than a lot of people, I think? Do you think that that is an indicator that you're doing the right thing? Because sometimes, like, okay, so let's say if you're in the public light and people will approach you or whatever, I think sometimes they can like misrepresent who you are. They're like, oh yeah, maybe like they feel like they know you. You got a podcast, all this stuff, and then when the things they say or they try to like relate to you or whatever, like they're just way off a lot of the time. I think not necessarily in my experience.
Sometimes it can be.
But the fact that like a random, quote unquote, random stranger can come up to you and then you guys can relate like on a significant, like kind of deep level or whatever.
And just so quickly get there. That's one thing that's fascinating. Yeah. I mean, you could have a moment where you're having a real moment with somebody. Yeah. Like a moment that makes you feel something inside of yourself. Yeah. You know, and that's real. That to me comes from somewhere else.
Yeah, it always, like, you always struck me as someone who's like so authentic. And I think that is a big indicator that you're doing the right thing. If you can really like relate to people who you never met before that quickly.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think for feeling so it's a lot of it's so new to me, feeling connection, and so it's fucking like being on a bridge that shakes, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you guys call that in, you know.
We usually call that a bridge that shakes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, but when you say it, it sounds way more technical. Okay, it sounds like people believe it. Okay, but yeah, for me, a lot of that stuff is just I'm a late bloomer in a lot of like kind of I think emotional kind of ways, honestly. And I'm not ashamed of it or anything like that, you know. But sometimes in a world where you want to be tougher, you know, it feels tough to sometimes learn later in life. But yeah, I think it's nice, and sometimes I don't know what role God is using me for, you know. You know, and I just want to try and keep myself in the best way that I can, so He can use me for the best, you know. Like, and I really believe that, you know. And I don't mean it in a way like I'm some kind of hero or anything. I just, you know, if I can take care of myself well, I believe, and I believe this for anybody, or your higher power, it could be whatever your higher power is, can use you for good, you know. And we need more good out there, and we need each other, you know. Anyway, I sound like a fucking weirdo, dog. Do I sound like a weirdo?
Kind of, but
okay.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Keep being you, bro.
No, man, I think Echo's spot on. It kind of mimics or reinforces what I was saying earlier. I think the reason that you're popular right now is because you reveal yourself, because you're open, and I think you're a real person. And I think people connect to that, and I think it's awesome because I think it allows people to connect to themselves. So I say, keep doing what you're doing, Theo Von.
I appreciate it, man, and I appreciate you guys having me, man. I really do. It's good. It's making me feel excited, like I'm doing the right thing.
Right on, brother.
Gang, baby.